we might be live. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're running live. Okay, we're a little late today, exactly 15 minutes so. We will be streaming on Thursdays at 10 a.m. from here on out. And we officially got and by we, I mean me. I officially got my first new subscriber, which is awesome. Um, I still don't think anyone's watching, but actively, but maybe that'll change soon. One new subscriber, that ain't nothing. Yeah, I got my feeds. I'm using a new software this time, so I may get a little bit wonky with the camera. I'm also sick. It's one of the reasons that I am late today. I slept in. Oh, my word. The problem with being a parent and getting sick is that you get sick and you feel like death, and then your kids get sick and they feel like they want to be awake and screaming all of the time for all of their life. And that gets difficult, frankly. That's a rough process, no two ways about it. So, you just need to sleep and not do anything for, a few hours. And your kids are like, yeah, I just need you to be up and walking with me all of the time, which makes you be sick longer. Anyways, so yeah, that's been that. And I'm late as a result of that. Anyways, but yeah, Thursday at 10, I'm gonna stream then, and I'll set an alarm and not be on death's door next time. Oh, I realized something, and that's when I camp, when I like, 'cause I went camping this weekend, which is part of the reason I got sick. When I camp, I don't sleep well. When I don't sleep well, I get stressed. When I get stressed, I get sick. So I made a dumb mistake and I didn't sleep well the night before I went camping. Um, and then I didn't sleep well while I was camping at all. So I started on a bad note. I never stay out crazy late, but I got with some friends and we did game development stuff, and I stayed out till like 2 a.m., which I never do anymore. Like these guy friends of mine, they're single. I'm married, which means for them, 9 o'clock is the start of the night, not the end of the night. For me, it's the end of the night. I'm done. Oh, and I got a weird glare on my camera. Stand by, guys. This is so professional. It's a little better. Not terribly, but it's something. Anyways, so I teed up some cool stuff for today. We're gonna make this look and run awesome. First off, I fixed a few things. So we got a few things done last week, and I finished those. I finished some of those off. We were creating the jet trail for the ship, and not only did I finished that work, but also the ships were looking pretty dark. So I upped the brightness, which kind of ruined the effect. But then I figured out how to fix that. And I haven't done it yet. I want to show you where we're at now, and then we'll do that as kind of a quick, easy win. And here we go. So we're gonna let's race. Oh yeah, okay. So some new changes. Oh, and that's going. It's a good song. I should mute it because it's gonna. Okay, I'm muting it. But okay. So this is cool. This is really cool. We now have up to 4 players, so you can go 2-player, 3-player, 4-player, and it takes input from your devices. So I can hit delete on my keyboard and space, and I'll claim one of these spots. This is just awesome. And so it means that any controller or device can hook up to any of these spots, which is exactly what we need to ship 1.0 of this game. We need 4-player, multiplayer, and it works with 4 different screens. I didn't actually. It's in the corner of the room, which means you'd have to see all of me standing up. I'm not sure if I'm ready for a full reveal. If that's I am wearing pants. Well, shorts. Well, they're not necessarily. I thought I'd be shirt up, for this. I didn't plan on moving to the back of the room for anything, but I may have to show off 4-player. So maybe I'll just squat over it. The shorts aren't bad. They just don't match the shirt. It's stripes on stripes. Again, I thought I was sick. I was just grabbed a pair of shorts. I was like, let's go, because I'm just top up, you know. But that works. I'll show you guys that in a sec. So we can do solo versus 3-way and quad matches, and that'll do 4-player split screen, which is super cool. We're going to do solo so we can actually start a race, so we can change which ship we're using, which reminds me, I actually have to also add in a new 3D thing because I missed the squiggle panel lines. So I actually recreated this image, or added to this image and re-exported it with those on, because this ship looks pretty blank without those, and it's not what the actual ship looks like. So you can do the Viper, the Razor, the Maelstrom, and we can change its color. So we can go red, and then we can pick a track like Zigzag Valley, the one my brother just made. All right, so you can see we've brightened up the ship, but with that, the jet trail now here, right here is there's the color behind it is much brighter. It used to be pretty dark, which means as we start to get color and we boost, it kind of interferes with that boost color and the normal color. Oh geez. And I'm not paying attention to racing because I'm trying to show off and look at the jet trail. So the and it's worse with other colors, actually. The solve for this, oh geez, if I can play the game right now. One of these days I'm going to go and fix the sound effects too. I don't know if we did the wall paneling last week. I think we talked about doing it. Oh, geez. I'm not sure I'm 100% satisfied with it. It was better when you could do the alternating panels. I'm not going to lie to you. So I've got a couple ideas, and not just that, but we've got the pixelated floor, and maybe we want to do pixelated on the walls too. So yeah, we're going to try to tackle that as well. First off, the engine trail. So if we go, let's race, and we swap our color to black. So our ship is black. This is actually going to fix our problem, because now those engines are black too, which means we can see the jet trails a lot easier. The color gradient, the color of the engine itself, because I colored them so they looked cool, because I didn't know if I could do this engine animation thing. Yeah, what am I saying? The color interferes. The color interferes with these engine textures. So what I needed to do was re-export all of them as black ships, like entirely black, and then those would show up. On top of that, I'm also changing this ship, the Razor, because these two tubes, I think it's a cool looking ship, but these two tubes just don't look right to me. So I swapped it. So this back bulb thing is also an engine texture. We're going to see how that works. That might not work. So I might have to swap that one, but we'll see. That's how I exported it. So I went and did the 3D editing on those. Yeah, you can see on this one, it's supposed to be yellowish or orangish, I think, on this. And because of the blue background texture of the engine, you just can't even see it. And then you go blue and it looks white. So it's like a light blue for the boost color, and it just looks white. So we're going to go swap that out. Again, sorry, I am sick and dying. So that is what we're doing there. We're going to go grab our models, which is a side note. We've got a lot of models here. We're only using 3 of these. I might want to go and delete the rest of them. A lot of these were just models that I already had on hand. Maybe I'll show them to you guys later. but little ships. I've been making spaceships like since I started 3D animation. I've been making spaceships and stuff. I've got a few very cool like giant rigs and some small fighters. So I imported all my small fighters and a speeder bike with aliens on it. I'll show you guys those later. But for now, we want to grab these, the Maelstrom, and we want to delete them. Remove. And then we want to go grab Redline. Okay, as a side note for those wall textures, we did all those wall textures. And I then went and made other versions out of pixel art. So they would match the floor. I was thinking maybe I would do like every other so that we could still have that, because with the red, with the orange and the gray, it flashes back and forth between the two colors. And I figured if we did every other with the coloring on it, that might give us the same effect while giving us something that looks a little better than just blank orange and gray panels. That's the thought. I want to test it out. I'll have to change the code a little bit to do so, but for now, oh yeah, Pinterest logo, that's for work. Oh, that's that. Okay, so we want these. So we're going to grab these three, not the wall panels, and we are going to bring them in, and theoretically, this should solve this problem for us. Assuming they import correctly. Another thing that I want to do today, so these things are very simple things. The big thing I want to do today is I want to fix the top left panel. I have some frames for it, but let's take a look at it. Here. Hey, I've got a viewer. Someone's viewing. That is not nothing. That is distinctly something. Ooh. And there's the audio for it. Mute that real quick. Hey, viewer, you are the first. I am thrilled to have you. Let's see. Actually, we don't want black, because let's do white. This is just no color added. We'll do solo and grab Bang Bang, my brother's track. And let's see if this worked. I'll have to get a loading screen so we don't see this flicker. Oh, okay. Okay, this looks like it's working. So we've got the black orbs rather than the others, and then we get red, and you can see the red clearly. And that works well. Oh, geez. I swear, my brother is the only one that can play this track well. I've got 3 brothers, and one of them plays this game with me all the time, and the other just started, and he just cooked us on this track. He made this track, and then just me and my brother, who are pretty good at this game, relatively, we cannot keep up with him anymore on that track. He is so darn good at it. Okay, let's check the other ships real quick. So let's do the Razor. This one should now have 6 engines rather than 3. And that looks a little funky. Just because those are big black orbs now, rather than jets with the cylinders around them. So I may have to shrink those and add cylinders around them. Oh yeah, that looks really funky. And I got to change the color hue on that. Okay, not satisfied with that, but I think we're headed in the right direction. And let's do the last one. Check on the, not you, the Maelstrom. And I need to add purple. I have magenta, which is essentially pink. Now you're pink, but I can still see the jet trail. Oh, and it's pink. So that matches the ship color when it's not boosting. But then it boosts yellow. All right, that is awesome. So that's the first thing done, finished. I'll go remake the engines on the what's it? On the Maelstrom? No. On the Razor. I'll go remake the engines on the Razor later. For now, a little torn between adding in these nice looking pixel wall panels or trying for the let me just show you what we've got, because we've got our console here. Yeah, these are our tiles that we're using, which actually, out of curiosity. Okay, the tiles are much smaller than, I think they're 32 pixels or maybe even 16. No, those look like 32. So I believe those are 32 pixels, and the others I think are 64 by 90 something. But the walls are taller. Like, we use these pixels a lot more frequently. I think it'll still look right. Here's our music tracks. Oh, I never added that in. Okay, console. There we go. So what I'm thinking of doing, so these are all marked top left, top right, bottom right. The top right panel is the one that you may recognize from the game. Looks like this. It's got the cool flashing lights. As a side note, this is how I do it. So each layer overlays. These are all those lights flashing, and these are the bars filling up. I'm removing all of that. And this is a warning if you're doing game dev yourself. Don't do all of the steps, don't do all of the art before you figured out the gameplay, because I wanted some cool looking panels and I made my cool looking panels, and this whole panel is useless to me now, which is a bummer. I'm not that upset about it. It took me some effort, especially exporting these HP and whatever bars. Because I did so many frames. I could have done way less frame. Like, if you're like me and you really want to see the assets and you don't mind making the assets, at the very least cheat. Because what I could have done is done what I'm doing right now. So you see, I did almost. I didn't do pixel by pixel. I was a little bit not incredibly stupid. Because I did two pixel lines for each frame, just so that, because it literally would have been double the frames, and I've got 20 frames, so it would have been 40 frames. So I did 20 frames instead, which looks fine as a side note. For the final release, I may go frame by frame, but so instead I added the top left panel because I wanted the HP bar in the top left. And I think I'm going to do a heat bar. So the way that it works is, as you go, and if you hit walls and stuff like that, you'll build up heat, or it'll take up HP, which is essentially a heat gauge. And if you get overheated, you explode. Now, you'll also, as you hit cars and get fast lap times, you'll build up, and even grind on walls, you'll build up a boost bar, which I think will be this one. By the way, I just like these so much better. I added the light reflection on this and the shadow on it, and rounded the edges a little bit for the pill thing. I think it looks so much better. Very little changed to go from that to the outdated one to that. Look at these. These look so much worse. These other ones look so much better. So thrilled about that. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So you'll be able to boost once your boost meter, and you'll use up your boost meter for it. So it'll limit the boost, which I've been saying I was going to do since I started this project and haven't done. So you'll boost, and it'll eat up your boost meter. And if you keep boosting past your boost meter, that's your safe boost. It'll start eating into your health. It'll start overheating. Anyways, so I think that's cool. I don't know what I'm going to do with this bar. Maybe it'll be coolant or something, but I'm sure I'll be able to find something. And if I can't, I'll throw in some lights or something there and just change the base frame. I won't have to redo everything for that. But for the top left panel, look, here's what I'm doing. I only have 5 for each because I'm doing one whole section at a time. And if this works, then I'll go and fill in every single frame one at a time. And I'll probably go all the way and do, 40 or 50 frames, however many this needs. I think it'll need a couple extra than the other because I did the rounded top that'll extend it, I think. So maybe 44 with that frames rather than 5. So 5 frames, so much easier to export and import 5 frames instead of 40. And look how pretty that looks. So it'll be functional for now, and I'll have my cool visuals. It will fill both things. And for the top right, since it no longer has that, what I'm actually thinking, this is the main reason I wanted to, usually health bars are in the top left anyways, so I figured I might have to do that, but I didn't want to do it. But for the top right, I'm going to just use well, that's not much better. That's like a little bigger. It's just a pixel box with a black screen, and I'm going to overlay a mini map of the course on it. So you'll notice top right isn't even a folder anymore because there's no animations that I'm going to do by hand for that. We're just going to do the outline of the track, and we're going to do dots following along it so you can see where the turns are coming, because that is, as we're making weirder and wonkier tracks, becoming a more and more necessary thing. So that's what we're doing there. You know what? Let's go quick and dirty on this. We're just going to grab these. Let's go into textures. As a side note, I think I mentioned this before. Make sure your code is organized as well as you can get it, because you start to bloat on assets and folders and stuff very quickly. So the fact that I can go textures, track, floor, or walls, and this one I'm not actually using, but it's there if I wanted to, and I like what I've got better. So we're going to, I've still got these saved, but I am going to just delete these. Yes, I want to remove them. And we will do our sci-fi wall textures. Oh. And I can't remember what I had on that, if it was 2 zeros or 1 0. Ah, shoot, and I've already got that there, so we'll pull this into this folder. Not this. That's another project, and I kind of cheated over the weekend. I know I'm working on this. I want to make a 2D pixel game. I want to make a base game. I figure I might be able to make a game somewhat like the FromSoft and the Souls-like type games, but 2D. Because if you look at Elden Ring and Dark Souls and all of these others, jumping is almost not a mechanic. If ever you play them, like you jump and like it's used for some exploration, but not much. There's a horse that you can summon in Elden Ring, and that's like the newest thing, and that can jump, but your character can't jump. Like he can jump, but it does not help you. So I figure you could theoretically do most of the incredibly satisfying and crunchy combat that you have in Elden Ring in a 2D top-down game with way less effort on resources, which, you know me, we're all about cheating here. Ethical cheating. By that I mean things that are not illegal. Let's just do wall. Crap. This isn't going to look right out of the gate, but if we finish the other thing, we'll come back and finish this. Wall panels. Pixel. This is much less, this folder over here is much less organized than my actual project. But I'm okay with that. I can navigate it, and it doesn't have like this. None of this is going to production. Now, my thought with this, because I want them to be every other, because they're going to be kind of wonky, and I want to make more panels anyway. So my thought is what I'll do with the code is I will do evens and odds, because I want them to be randomly spattered. But then the thought is if they go evens and odds, all of the evens will be blank panels, all of the odds will be colored panels. And with that, actually, what I might do too, just so I can, oh, wow, that doesn't help. I shipped them at actual size. So they look blurry here, but it'll actually use them as full pixel art in the game. But Finder doesn't display them right. What I can do and what I might do is I might just take out the color entirely. So in my art program, I've duplicated the files enough times that I can recolor these or change these or not color these. So I might just not color those, and I'll do a different color on the base and then overlay this over the color. So whatever background, if I were to overlay this on the orange and gray tiles, all of the orange tiles would show orange through all of these. And then I could change that color to be whatever I wanted programmatically. Anyways, this is too much explanation for this. Let's see if I guessed right. You, my one watching viewer, could rewind and see if I guessed wrong on whether or not these were 2 zeros or 1 0. I think they were 2 zeros, but let's save that and run it and see if it works. Let's race. Oh, I need to fix that. The middle column gets a little squished. It's not supposed to go to that size anyway. Let's mute you. Let's go ahead and it won't show up on this one. These first 2 tracks I made programmatically, so none of the stuff that I'm changing here actually affects those 2. But I really like those 2 tracks, and they're hard to make with the editor. I'm a little torn on what to do for that, but we'll see. I also at some point should change cyan being the main color because it's probably my least favorite. All right, that does not look great. Yeah, oh, that does not look great at all. Wow. Okay, we're stretching it. We've got to be stretching it to fit the right dimensions. Oh boy, that is not, yeah, because you can see all of them have an outline. So you can see the top outline here is going all the way across. Then on this other one, the bottom outline is going all the way across. So we're stretching it to fit the panels, and that's why it's getting all blurred. And that just does not look good. Now all the panels are going to be different sizes, so that's going to happen no matter what. At least we guessed right on the thing. Yeah, we'll have to change that programmatically. That's a problem. For now, let's work on the cool panel because I think that's the coolest thing. You can see we've got this panel up here in the panels, and they do the cool lever thingy with the side levers when you turn. Oh, geez. I think, and I won't do this yet because again, wait till you're certain on your design to do the really hard artwork for it. Even with this crowd, I did one with 2 frames that was way lower resolution and way less dots and stuff like that. And then I put in the effort of doing all of this. Make sure it works before you put in all the effort. So I like these flashing lights a lot. I think I'm going to move these down to replace either the keyboard or this thing, because I don't think I'm actually going to have text display there anyways throughout the game. You can't read while playing this game. I don't know what I was thinking. I know what I was thinking. My brother makes a really cool AI software, and he self-hosts these giant models for clients. And I was thinking maybe I could get an AI commentator that would write stuff out because voice to text would take too long. But you can't read it while you're going. Though maybe I'll take out this and I'll put a speedometer or something there. So there will be text. We'll have the flashing lights. Though maybe the speedometer would make more sense over here. Not doing it yet. We're going to get the HP and boost finally working right. So let's throw those in. We want textures, not our track. We want our HUD. Fire, what in the... Oh, why are you in there? Ah, that's a weird spot for that. Okay. The hand animation makes sense. This is the we can't see it in this program. This is the hand that presses onto the screen. When you crash, but here's all of this. So top right, we're going to want to get rid of all of that. And instead, first, let's do this. Create a new folder. We will call this top left or TL. And then we'll go snag those animations. Fonts. As a side note, if you are making your own game, if you want the cool pixel fonts, you got to go and actually import them and add them into Godot. So my fonts are in there. Console, here we go. So we want the top left stuff. Actually, hold on. I do not want to move this much stuff. Sometimes it'll paste it weird if you just do it into a base folder. But if you have the folder selected, there we go. It'll paste it to the right spot a lot more frequently. So we've got all those. We need the actual top left panel. We're going to throw that in. Okay, we got top left. We got all of the bars. That is beautiful. Now for top right, we're going to leave that as is for a second, and I'll bring this in. So back to this. No need to see all of my projects. Okay. What am I doing? What am I doing? Here we go. All right. We want. Okay, so we want to hit. My gosh, why am I blanking on this? I'm sick and I missed breakfast. I should have gotten calories. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We're fine. We'll record this. We'll get it. We'll get this done. Okay, so we want to say. We're live again, and we have a single viewer. That is 100% more than last time. Let's see. Unless the software's lying to me, which it could be, but I think someone's watching this. Doesn't have a spot for comments. Oh, whatever. If you are commenting, I can't see it. I don't think you are, but that's okay. That's okay. You don't have to. I got to get used to this new software. I'm using Studio Restream because StreamYard is really nice, but it doesn't allow you to stream to two platforms at once. And I wanted to start streaming on Twitch too. Turn on reactions to express yourself with hand gestures. I do not want you. No, I do not want you doing that. It's a little disconcerting how much your stuff uses your camera and microphone. Okay, that's 100% more than last time. Hoorah. The wall panels work well enough for now. Let's see if we can tackle the top left portion of the HUD and nail down the boost mechanic. We go ahead and show them what we're working with. Have 3 bars here to work with. Left, right, and top. The top will be the HP or heat gauge. When it is full, you explode. Or a little after it's full, you explode. Just like the top right panel does now. We will also be replacing the top right panel for a mini map. But that's next. Replacing. Can't replace the P and replace. At least I have caffeine to keep me going. Well, I'm sick and dying without calories. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. We're fine. I still have a viewer according to this, which is awesome. Okay. Okay, we have 3 words. Okay. The top bar is going to be that. The right bar will be the boost. As a side note on the animations, I don't know what colors I want for sure. If one of them is going to be coolant, I'm going to swap its color to blue. Right now it's purple. So don't do all of your animations before you're certain of what you're doing with your animations, especially if they're specialized. If I were doing it white and I was going to recolor it later, then I could go a little more hog wild. But these ones I wanted to color by hand, which means I need to be careful about what I export. Okay. The right bar will be the boost meter. If it is full, you can boost. If you boost, well, it's empty. If you boost while it's empty, the boost eats at your HP. I'm not sure what to do with the left bar yet. Maybe coolant, but I'm sure I'll come up with something. There are only 5 frames for each bar. For now, that will likely bloat to 40-ish when I'm sure I'm not going to change my mind on this UI element. Okay. That's pretty good. Let's go with that. Sci-fi wall. Okay, so we've got those in. Oh, 14. I was like, why do those all say 1? That's so worrisome. A whole live audience, massive growth. That's an infinite percentage increase from 0. We have to deliver. Let me look at this art carefully and think about the design before I touch the code. Don't just want to write it up. I want to make sure we're solving the boost mechanic at the same time. What I see in the art, it's a corner console with an L shape, the existing top right panel, but mirrored. Excuse me. What's up? Hi. Okay. I adore you. I love you. Well, now that makes me concerned. That's my adoring wife, whom I love. And I realize now I don't know who, because I don't know how to use Restream yet. I don't know how to see what's going on. Part of me wonders if she is my one watcher right now, and she saw that I said I hadn't eaten and came to. But probably not. Probably not. It's probably someone who came to actually watch code and cool game stuff. Probably. But now I've got that doubt in the back of my head, and who knows? Okay, what I see in the art, top horizontal bar segmented into 4 pills, looks like the throttle RPM gauge in an arcade racer. You said this is the HP/heat meter. Left vertical bar, small segmented vertical pills, right vertical bar. Okay, yes. So you've got one big horizontal and 2 smaller verticals beside it. Those verticals are clearly secondary readouts. 2 design things I want to flag before I code. The boost mechanic design choice. You said if boost is full, you can boost. If empty, boosting eats your HP. That's 2 failure modes for boosting at 0. Let me push back gently with the clearer model. Hard gate, empty boost equals boost does nothing, period. No. Soft gate, which drive empty to boost. Boost still fires, but eats HP. Yes. Hybrid, empty boost. First. Tactical, rewarding, but bursts even at empty. Cons, more complex to tune. Okay, I'd recommend option A. Thing 2. Over time, slowly refills always from driving cleanly. You're at speed without hitting walls. Reward skills. From hits, kills, damage other ships, doing hits, aggressive burnout style. Okay, I think we want to do all 3. HP is boost, burnout loop. As a future combat idea. Okay, HP heat overlap. You said the top bar is HP or heat. Important distinction. HP mode. The bar empties as you take damage. Full. Okay, so we probably want to be your health. This is kind of counterintuitive because it's a heat bar and it's red. So we probably want it to be at 0, and as you lose HP, it goes up, which is counterintuitive for HP bars, but makes sense for a race car, I think. Full health, empty, dead, standard, heat mode. Bar fills as you take damage, boost, and accumulate. Full, explode, inverse. Okay. When it's full, you explode. Okay, okay, yeah. So let's do that. What I need from you before I go: boost gate. Option A, hard. B, soft, eats HP. Or C, hybrid. Okay, so what I need from you. And I figured I'd want to see this. Actually, we'll do this after because it'll fill this bar up. So, one, we want to do B. Soft. If you have any boost to use, it uses that first, then starts eating HP. 2, how does boost refill? All 3. Refills slowly over time. Refills if you go very fast. Ooh, maybe it refills faster the faster you're going. Faster the going. Faster the faster you are going. Rewards clean racing. But Redline is a blood sport. So it also refills a little when you hit a wall and a lot when you hit another racer. Okay, top bar is heat, fills up, explode. Fills up. Why am I talking like that? When it fills up, you explode. Your head explode. Left bar. Want me to write it up cosmetically with a TBD data source? Yeah. Let's leave the left bar alone until we find something cool to do with it. And if I have to re-export everything, again, I'm only 5 frames per thing. So that's not hard to change. Okay, now, ooh, and I'm definitely going to be in the wrong terminal. The Bimuraya. And the Dun Dun Dungeons. Crap, I'm on both of the wrong projects. Let's get rid of those. And probably not that one, not that one. Ooh, definitely not that one. Where in the heck did that go? Did I get rid of my terminal monitor? Oh, crap. Dang it. Okay, this might take one more second. Wait, need more speed. Where is this? Oh, here it is. Okay, I've got it. So I'm just going to paste that into my texture or into my thing so I get it what it wants. It'll be able to see what we've got. Two things stand out. Right bar only has 4 frames. Really? Let's see that. Oh yeah, see how many frames that is? My word. This is the top right one. Top left, this is the one we care about. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the top bar has 4. Oh, it's only segmented into 4. Okay. Okay, so right bar only has 4 frames. That's not right. Easy to handle. 4 frame 1, but flagging in case you didn't notice. Want to make it 5. There's a base PNG top left. That's the static frame underneath everything, the L shape with the empty bar slots. Same pattern as with the existing bottom left, bottom right, and top right corner consoles. Good. Each frame is the bar in a state, not a sprite sheet, same as the engine flames. We animate by swapping textures. Yes. What I'll wire up. Looking at the existing HUD corner console pattern, this is straightforward. The HUD already has corner console, custom class, and panel binding modes. I just add a new corner console for top left with 3 layers, each bound to different values. But first, I need to know how the existing top right panel is wired up. Okay, so top right panel is wired up, so I'll match the pattern exactly. The relevant section is create corner consoles. TR setup memorized from earlier work. 2 pieces of data the HUD needs to read from the ship. Heat ratio and the boost ratio fills the right bar. Neither exists on the ship yet. The ship has current HP, but no heat or boost meters. This is actually a 2-step job. Build the heat plus boost system on the ship in the back end and wire up the HUD bars to read those values on the front end. Okay. Let's just use HP as heat. No need to rewrite that. They function the same, and the player will never know that we call it HP on the back end unless they watch this video. Which we will have to create a value for the boost meter. We'll have to let's create that one value and wire it up. HP bar on the top right panel already does what we want this one to do. We just need the boost to deal damage to the player if their boost meter is at 0. They boosty while their boost meter is at 0. So let's create that one value and wire it up. Okay. Boost refills slowly, always faster at speed, small on wall hits, large on ship hit. The existing HP damage/death system stays untouched. Boost just becomes a new way to lose HP when overused. Yes. This is a one-file change to ship controller. The HUD wiring comes next. So let's do that. So we'll grab the ship controller. We're actually writing code. Here we go. Ship controller, find that. And we want to add in the boost meter. Blame it all on my roots. Showed up in boots. Ruined your black tie affair. Last one to know, last one to show. I was the last one you thought you'd see there. I saw the surprise and the fear in his eyes, and I took his glass of champagne. I toasted you, said, honey, we may be through, but you'll never hear me complain. Here we go. We always listen to country music on road trips. Here we go. I'm telling you, AI is a wonderful thing. I could do all of this, but I would never finish this game if I did. This thing that just took me, what, 3 minutes, maybe, would have taken me several hours. Okay, now this one's different. Finally, find this section and immediately after it. Now that's one thing you gotta watch out if you're using. Oh. Oh, I made a mistake. Posted earlier, hit frame, good. Is already declared right after hit from true. My new code reuses that same. Final patch, change the section so it looks like this. Just to check, last impact dot. Yeah, I toasted you, said, honey, we may be through, but you'll never hear me complain, 'cause I've got friends in a low. Whoa, that's low. I started that too low. Oh boy, we may have a problem, Houston. We may not. It's taken a second to get the audio going. I wonder why that is. That wasn't a problem before. What did we just do? We just added the HUD, so it doesn't matter what track we go on. Oh, nope. And we've got an error. And I'll show myself to the door. Hey, I didn't mean to cause a big scene. Just give me an hour and then I'll be as high as that ivory tower you're living in. 'Cause I've got friends in places where the whiskey drowns and the chases my blues away. Okay, we have an error. Oh boy. I've got a crying toddler in the other room. That's not good. Colliders are okay. Fair collider. If you find this section, okay. Okay, so I toasted you, said, honey, we may be through, but you'll never hear me complain, 'cause I've got friends in. Okay, what am I doing here? Okay, so we got that. Collider. Oh. Is that it? Yeah, we got that. Theoretically. That might work. Let's raise. Start. No top left panel. Okay. Oops. Oh, geez. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do not edit in there. We want to do that here. So we're going to just show you what we're working with. All right. Let's throw that in. Let's add in the photo, the screenshot, open. Now I think, geez, if I didn't have the most meaty fingers you've ever seen. They need to make bigger keyboards for, trolls. Or ogres. That would be a giant. See, ogres. They're much worse. Okay. I think I fixed that. But we aren't Seeing a top left corner console. Harmless. The duplicate combat damage comment is harmless. Oh, yep, no, there's that. Might as well clean it. Harmless, just a duplicate header. Can't leave it or delete one. Game runs, boost mechanic is wired up to the back end. The reason there's no top of the colors we haven't built. Oh, that's fair. Okay, we haven't built that yet. That makes sense. All right, let's do this. Whoa, that's not good. Okay, something's going wrong. Okay. See, here's the problem is I'm not good enough at this game to see if this worked. So I keep crashing into walls. And I also can't look at the HP bar and drive at the same time without hitting walls to see if it's going up without hitting walls. No. I can't tell. I don't know how to test this. Dang it. I can't see it. I can't test this. Okay, something's going weird with our audio driver. It may just be that I'm running too much stuff on the Mac for it to run because I also have my work programs running on the other folder. But there's no way to be certain. I will fix that problem if it persists. For now, let's just give this what it wants. Oh, and it wanted me to tell it something. Tell me basic herb output, confirm left bar, static frame 1, no binding, top bar, damage ratio, confirm right bar, boost ratio, fills up, clean pattern existing. Only 5. That's fine. Mining just moves here. cannot exist. Just a lower field into making more frames. That's fine. Confirming all 3 design decisions from my no binding. Stays at frame 1. Dormant. Top bar frame. Damage ratio fills as HP drops. Right bar. Boost ratio fills as boost charges. Going with those. Here's the change. Open scripts. HUD. Find this section. Okay, we're in the HUD. I'm going to just assume that other thing worked because I cannot test it. We're going to build out the HUD, and we will see soon enough if that worked. That section. We will copy this. Of course, that is forever away. Actually, go there. V. Not you. Dang it. Dang it. There we go. Now we need to add 2 generator functions. Find this. Add these immediately after. Okay. Yeah, the audio thing is concerning. Because part of me is led to believe. I really got to stop that. Oh. Hey. Oh, it's there, and it looks beautiful. That is huge, actually. I wanted it to be visible, but that is really visible. Let's try using the boost. Wow, hitting walls does a lot. Oh, jeez. The audio drivers are dying. Okay, our values are off. Hitting the wall gives you way too much boost because you can just boost forever. And as long as you grind on a wall a little bit, you're fine. Like, it'll just keep refilling. And as we've established, I can't drive without grinding on walls. And just going fast will also refill your boost meter. Okay. And we don't have any of these off center, so that's good. Okay, so that works great. 2 notes. The 1 bars 0% on these bars should nothing, just the base tl.png. Bar 01 is 25% full. small thing. 2, the boost fills faster than you can use it. Filling from all sources. Combat damage when the boost is turned on. That way you have to use it to refill it. We should also turn down the speed rate at which the boost meter fills. Ugh. We got this. Meter fills. We should turn down the rate at which the boost meter fills. Speed and wall collision. You know what? We should also turn down how much the boost you get in general. Okay, yeah, that. And then we'll do the mini map, and I think we'll call it after that. And that'll be pretty darn successful. We'll actually have a limit boost thing, which we've been talking about since day one. And theoretically a mini map, which is becoming necessary for these windy, wobbly things. While we're at it, not terminal, I want Finder, because I want this. And let's grab Godot. Side note, love Godot. It is so good. Okay. FX, top right. Okay, top right. We're going to take you and we are going to delete you. Yes. Ah, jeez. And we're going to throw you in. So we're ready when we do this in just a second. Okay, both great catches. You're so flattering, Claude. The refill while boosting thing is actually a major design fix. You're right that it makes the boost meter pointless if it refills mid-use. 2 simple fixes, 2 different files. Frame 1 should be empty, no fill shown. The bars are showing frame 1 as idle, but frame 1 is actually showing the visual bar. We need to display a no frame, just the base, when the ratio is below a small threshold. Question before I write this. Is this a problem with the existing top right damage bar 2 or just top left? If your new art has more visible empty frames, I'll only fix it in top left. Okay. It's only a problem in top left, but we are replacing top right entirely in the next step, so we shouldn't worry about that section at all. How the binding picks frames, so I can tell you the cleanest way to hide at low ratio behavior. 3 options. Use a different binding. Threshold, toggle the layer visible, ratio, cleaner, pre-processor ratio, and our getter so to hide me. So I'd lean B, show me the GURP, and I'll write this one. No boost refill while boosting except from ship hits. This one I can write now. Good. Good. Oh, that's already correct. Yeah, Claude will change its mind mid-thing. It'll be like, look at this. Oh, this is correct. Instead, look at this. I want to direct your attention here. And then I'd like you to forget about that and direct your attention here. We're in the HUD. That's why. We want the ship controller. Find. That's why I didn't find it. Oh, it's just tuning down the values. So it's just going to 1, 5, and 2. 1, 5, and 2. Good catch. Now, find wall hit refill. We'll replace with this. Okay, let's just see if this worked. I think maybe I don't have to solve the other problem programmatically. I can just add an extra empty frame. Actually, I could just literally add an empty frame because I just want it to show nothing. So if I just do an empty PNG, it'll load that. It works! I exploded without touching a wall. Whoa! And there's the sound. Again, this is only happened today with the sound issue. Okay, that works. That works. That's awesome. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put in blank frames. I'll do this after that. Maybe I'll just fill like one lineup of each bar and put in frame 1. That way there'll be 6 frames for each. I guess 5 frames for this one. And that should work just fine. Yeah, let's do that. That'll work great. Let's try to do the mini map. You know what? Let's see. That worked. This will take a lot more testing over time, but it's going to need testing over time. This is not a function I can test right now. This is fine-tuning stuff. So now it worked. Let's forget about the other issue. I wonder if am I always this? If you're watching this, am I always this bad at typing, or is this just because I'm doing it live, or maybe just because that wouldn't change anything if it was just because I was doing it. Anyways, is it just because I'm low on calories? I don't know. I just ran out of protein bars in here, which is a problem because I forget things and then I forget more things. That worked. Let's forget about the other issue. I'll just add a sixth. Actually, that's right. Oh, geez. It's weird that sixth, I don't know that I've typed the word sixth in like years. It just looks funny because it looks like Sith and six. And you're like, that must be a typo because I was either typing six or Sith, but I was not typing both, but you're typing both. Sixth, the darkest of the plurals. Plurals? Sixth? No, not plural. It's not plural. Of the number iterations? I don't know. Or fifth. Wow, the fifths look weird. Sixth or fifth. The fifths. Those look strange. Frame. That is empty. Or close to it. Probably empty. It is empty. Now this mistake I make all the time. I hit the O instead of the 0. They are right next to each other, and I don't know what is blank and the old O is now O2 and so on. And the reason I'm explaining this process to Claude is so that it can tell me if I'm stupid. Because I could find out through trial and error, but so much faster to just tell Claude what I'm going to do. Now I want to grab my top right panel. Let's move on to the mini map. This is the new tr.png. It's just a frame around a black screen. We've added a mini map to the, we actually have top right before, but we got rid of it for the TR panel. Now the TR panel is made to be the ground for that mini map. Include when adding dots for players use their ship color for their dot. Okay, that'll work. Smart asset workaround. Frame shifting will be cleaner than a cold threshold anyways. Perfect. See, now I know before I go and make the thing and test the thing that it'll work. Okay. Before I write the minimap, I want to check what already exists. The handoff in your message. We've added it in a drawer. Let's see if that code is still in the project. All right. That is a good idea. Nope, it is not. That's a bummer. Okay. What does the minimap show? 3 options in order of complexity. Just dots on a background. Each player is a colored dot position. Or world XZ. No track outline. Players. Dots plus track outline. And the track. Way more useful. Between B and C. We want to see the finish line. No check points. Okay. So yeah, it's asking if we want to do just dots on a black background. No. Dots plus track outline. Yes. Between B and C. The track outline should be the same color at same green as the menu UI stuff. Between B and C. B is the sweet spot. No. How does the minimap know about the track? For JSON tracks. Okay. This is just for JSON tracks. We'll figure out the hand-coded ones later. This is something I like. My hand-coded tracks. They are beautiful. They're very fun to race. They just take so long to make, and it's fun to have the It's fun to have the. Oh, man, I really need to finish this and get some calories. My word. What was I even talking about? Between the finish line and excellence. Oh, the tracks. They're fun. They've got very defined angles because I hard coded them. They move at this direction. They make a 90-degree angle with rounded corners at a specific mathematical rounded thing. For the handmade tracks, it's like, yeah, follow these dots with a general line and then make lines around it that you're sure connect. And even make sure you connect them is like kind of a wobbly feature. So when the tracks connect to each other, if they're at like a bit of like this angle instead of this angle, you'll get the walls will kind of warp around that just for that section. So you'll get a wider area around the finish line, which is fine. It works, but the really nice smooth ones are nice, but they don't have the center line for me to build the whole track around, which is a problem. Okay, we'll figure out the hand-coded ones later. Yeah, that's fine. 3, where does it live? The top right panel is now the frame. The minimap content goes inside it, specifically black inner rectangle. It's the minimap area. The dots outline draw inside that rectangle. Same approach as how the layers inside their panels. This means we add a layer to console TR. That's the minimap, or we make a minimap. Zone control overlaid. Same interact. I'd say a separate control overlaid over the top of TR because the minimap needs to draw lines, dots dynamically every frame. That's not what the layer binding system is set up for. Okay. Jeez, come on, work for me. Bounds of TR. The black part of TR. How big is the inner area and where exactly? Looking at your image, the frame border is chunky pixel art rectangle. The black inner area is maybe 75% of the total panel size. We need to know the inner rectangle's pixel offset from the panel's top left. Match that exactly so the dots appear inside the frame. I can eyeball this. The inner offset, the layer is 10 pixels from the edge. What I need from you. Paste the GURP output above. Confirm AB for C. What's shown? I push for B. For JSON tracks, the center line points. Confirm that I can read them at runtime from the loaded track. Approximate inner rectangle. Eyeball. Just eyeball it for now. We can fine tune this later. If it's never a problem, it's never a problem. I'll resize it a bunch, and it already resizes a bunch. Yeah, we don't need that. I just told him to eyeball it. I am going to go get rid of these, which I am somewhat excited to do because this is my worst panel. Well, actually, it's a really good panel, but those bars are terrible. The lights are awesome, and I'm definitely using the lights later. But top right is just going to be that one panel, which is kind of sweet. Old minimap code is gone. Fresh build. Before I write, I need to see how the existing JSON exposes the centerline points so I can read them. All right. And also need to confirm that the track loads. Okay. Paste both. All right. Let's do this. Okay. We got this. We got this. We can do. Marcos can do this. Marcos can do this. Okay. That's what it needed. Got everything I need. Expose the points on the JSON track. All right. So we're going to go to, this is going to be in tracks. So JSON track. There we go. Add a getter further down. Find any public function in the file like spawn position. Just add a function anywhere in the file. Simpler. Just do this. Actually, that's right next to the ready. I don't want to do that. Let's go after the ready. Also add the track to a group so the minimap can find it. Find this in ready. No, that's GURP. That's a terminal command. $31. Oh, it's just telling me to find the ready. The very first line of ready. Okay. V. Okay. So that was way more confusing than it had to be. They just wanted this at the start of that. They were like, use this to find where ready is. It's like line 31. Just add this to the top of ready. That's okay. New minimap script. Create a new file at HUD minimap. Uh-oh. I'm being invaded. I hear a toddler at the door. I'm almost done, my darling. Scripts. HUD. And we're going to go HUD minimap. Create new script minimap. Mob. Cheese and crackers. Well, all credit for trying. Okay, we're almost there. My dear. Track HUD minimap is what we want. She's so polite too. Let's go to HUD. It's like a forceful. At the very end of the function, after to insert this. She's so cute. Okay. Listen, my one viewer, you are important to me. You are my very first viewer of this new rendition of the channel, and that is important. She's so much more important. I'm going to finish this quick, and I am going to go to her. Terminal. Okay. Actually, I want to be here. If ships are already player ship group, we're done. If not, save the three files. Run a JSON track. Does the minimap appear? Okay, let's do this. Hopefully it just appears. But it looks like it's broken. We're broken, yep. Ah. Okay. We have an error. Type mismatch. Okay, HUD minimap. We're going to go to here. HUD find V. No, sorry, HUD minimap. Does not help that it's HUD. We want to change that to just array. Okay. And let's refresh this. I set this so it would go full screen every time. I don't know. I've got to go reset it now. We did this last time. We do not. Oh, wait. We're not on one of the right tracks. Oh, boy. Shell, yeah. It looked kind of like a shell. That's why that's a thing. Ah, and you can see why. Oh, and you can't just boost infinitely anymore. Okay. Well, that's functional, if not pretty yet. It's got to be way bigger. Yeah. That is functional. We are playing. All right. So, okay. So we've got a couple issues here. One is we are playing connect the dots with straight lines. This the tracks around these lines for a smooth race. If we don't do what the track builder does, we're going to show inaccurate information. Also, actually, let's just do 2. The ships should be clipped to the line. So they're kind of swerving all over the line. So like if you go around the corner, you saw on the thing, it kind of goes over the line. We want it to just stick on the line. So the dots are always on the line. Not waving around it. It should show where they are on the line, not how far to the side of the line they are. Okay, 3. It's too small and not on the console. We'll have to fix. We just haven't done this yet. We haven't done this yet. All right, cool. Oh, compacting the chat. I need to switch windows. Yeah, I need to switch windows. I'm going to start burning up my usage with this. Oh, I am curious, actually. Where am I sitting on my usage? This stream might end right here if I'm out of usage. Okay. I'm not doing bad on my weekly limits, and I'm only 50% through my normal limits. That's surprising. Okay, but this is going to take a second. Well, while it's taking a second, to my one viewer and anyone who watches this in the future, I came up with a new game because I have a problem and I can't stop making new games. Not a video game, board game. I'm calling it Underlord. There's this thing I realized as I was going over some stuff with board games, and I realized that we've been moving more towards interacting with the machine instead of interacting with people. So if you look at games like Settlers of Catan, which is not my favorite game, it could be. Oh boy, what is this doing now? Oh, stop doing that. Oh, stop doing that, please. My word. Oh, my word. What in the ever-loving... Oh, no. Thinking is fine, but... shoot. I accepted a thing on settings. I was like, yeah, go ahead and look at my other things. That's fine. Don't look at my other things. Not in this one. Oh, geez. Claude. Settings. Don't do this. Menu bar, general. Connectors, maybe? General. Anthropic serif. Voice. Buttery. Oh, I didn't know I was talking to the buttery voice. What are the other options? Airy, mellow, glassy, rounded. I'm trying those out later. I did not know I was on buttery. Let's see. Code notifications, emails from cloud. No, not that. Billing, usage, capabilities. Capabilities, maybe? I don't know what I did. I messed it all up. Do not allow Claude to search and reference relevant chats. Now, just turn it off. Okay. That should do it. All three are fixable in one short mini map in one shot. Maybe no JSON track changes needed. The smoothing, I'll use Godot's Curve 2D class to interpolate the corner points into a smooth, whatever. Replace the entire minimap. Solid. As a side note, are you done writing the minimap? Here, minimap. In HUD, okay. Let's try finding a piece of it. Oh, it's just this. I'm staring right at it. Okay, replace with this. That makes no sense. Huh? We got it. We got it. There we go. I guess I stopped talking about. Okay, the TL panel isn't actually showing up, but let's give it a shot and see what we're looking at. Play. Doom do 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 doom do 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 doom do 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 doom do 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 do. Oh. Cool. Cool. We're snapping on. We're snapping onto the line. We're definitely not rounding, and we're definitely not showing the thing. But that's a bad track example. Let's race. I don't even know which one I chose. Let's do Shell Yeah. Yeah, we're still not rounding anything. Okay. Huh. All right. Let's just take a look at this. Okay. And our audio drivers are dying, but it might not be a permanent bug. Okay. Add to project. No, not that. Add files or photos. This. It is bigger. And the dot does stay Stay on the line. There is still no TR panel showing. And the track is still not rounded. All right. HUD animation panel, corner console. Two real issues. Top right panel is missing. Yeah, let's double check this. Let's get rid of our scripts. Let's go to textures. Top right, it's just tr.png. Let's replace tr with an empty frame, tr.png, but the layers for thrust bar are still being added by create corner reference frame, and which presumably do not exist anymore, or exist as the old bar that we don't show. Wait, it's actually scrolling back. The existing layers and getting added, but if the files exist, they show inside a few frames. The old bar artifact show it all suggests the base failed to render, possibly because the new placed the old and maybe didn't get imported. All right, it's there, but Claude will feel better if it sees that it's there. While you run that, I notice while you run that, I notice that your screenshot, the top left TL is rendering perfectly. You can see the L shape with the heat bars. Only TR is missing. That's a clue. Track outline is still pointy. This one's on me. I used Curve 2D thinking it would auto smooth, but Curve 2D add point without specifying tangents, handles, tessellations, and sample baked functions. Sample those stray segments. They don't curve through them. To get smooth interpolation, we need to set the in and out tangent vectors on each Curve 2D point, or use different approach entirely. Simple fix, bicubic cat mole rom interpolation. Wow, that's a mouthful. Okay, so I love this. Simple fix, bicubic cat mole rom interpolation across the points by hand. Simple. Why didn't I think of adding bicubic cat mole rom interpolation across points by hand? Which file am I supposed to be in? Minimap. Oh, that's a huge one. Okay, so we're taking that whole thing, replacing that whole thing with this whole thing. Okay, well, let's do that then. That's actually smooth through the point. The track line, well, okay. While it's thinking on that, let's see if this worked. Shoot. Oh, and I've got another baby that's sad. Okay. We want one of our actual tracks. Do bang bang. Start. Yep. Oh, geez. Oh, turn off. Please turn off. Hey, it's rounded. See, this is the one that my brother does so well at. It's just these big, long stretches. Oh yeah, audio drivers are dying. I don't know why it's having such a hard time. This is a little crazy. Okay. Well, that works. Okay, it's rounded. That's good. Not you. Okay. What is it saying here? Okay. Oh no, this is the old one. Kind of jumps up when you do a prompt. Okay, found it. The TR panel directory now has only TR. The bar art lights are gone. You replace the R with the empty frame, but the code in create corner is still trying to load to bar. 8 textures no longer exist. Those failed to loads are likely breaking the engine. Need to remove the dead layer loading code from TR. The base TR stays and the bars and lights go. Find this section. All right, in the HUD, we want to fail to find this section. We don't want to fail, but we have. The heck? Bottom left or top left. Let's just try this. Just throw that in and just see if it works. Because I don't think we have a top right section anymore. I think we already did this. No, and our music is still janky as heck. Let's race. Oh, guys, I'm fading fast. I might have to show you 4-player next week. Let's just see if we can get this done. Oh. Wow. Okay, well, that kind of works. Is that too big? Oh my gosh, I got a pixel out of place in my artwork. What a hack. Oh, what a hack. All right, okay, that's, wow. Wow. That'll. Let's just try another one real quick so we can give more info. But I think we're pretty much there. I think this is, let's do Shell, yeah, because that one's fun. It's just like and now we should be able to see. Yeah, it kind of swirls out like a seashell. See? Shell. I gotta find some better notifiers here. I think maybe what I'll do is for the boost, I'll have it kind of go backwards, and then maybe I'll change the boost color when you start eating into your HP, so you know immediately. Oh, jeez. Yeah, because I didn't know. Right there. Even this one. All right, we need to center them. Add files or photos. Oh, man. Okay. We just never added the TR code. Now we need the track centered. Make them. Oh, yeah, I'm fading, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, and that baby needs some help. Okay, so if they're too small, we want to make them grow to fit the space better. We may want to reorient them as well. Hey, still going, yeah. I'll be out in just a minute. All right, that's my cue. Let's take that out. All right. Well, we do have functional tracks. Top right, anchor left, when it's small, even when it fits. The image 2, the track use 30% of the available space. I crammed in the top right. So, okay, let's just do this real quick. We want to be in minimap. Minimap, find V, that. Func, ready. V. Okay. And I've now used 90% of my session limit. This is my last prompt. I'm done. Find V. Hopefully this will just work. V. Oops. We want to replace that with something that's different, actually. V. There we go. That's different. Save and run. All right, we'll mute that. Let's race. Begin. Start. Ooh, maybe. Okay. Yeah, we're still. Okay. You know what? That works well enough for now. These panels aren't quite what we want them to be yet, but I think they could work for us. All right. Oh, jeez. Yeah, we need to do some fixes. This is just going to be a lot of tuning for game feel at this point. But that work. I mean, we have the bar here. We have our full HUD console here, ready to go. And I'll show you guys 4-player next week because I'm tapped and my kids need me. So yeah, that's it for now. I will see you guys next week. This has been fun. We're getting close. We're getting close. Honestly, if we get these fine tuning things, I think we're ready for a beta release on itch or something like that within the next couple weeks to a month. We're close. We're really close. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you to my one viewer who is still watching. I love that. And I'll see you next week. You and hopefully other people. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what the algorithm does. Maybe 3 streams is enough to get some viewage, but maybe not. Maybe not. You never know.